Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, okay, yeah, whatever. Today, in deck number 680, we're going to talk about Killian, the Ink Duelist. Now, this is one of the new ones from Strixhaven. 2 for 2. Lifelink Menace. Okay, I'm already on board. Spells you cast that target a creature cost 2 less to cast. So, that was the part that really got me. That's any creature, anybody's creature. Spells just have to target a creature. Now, this would have been really fun in green, but why black? I think we made it work. So, there are the very first category that comes to your mind is kill spells, removal spells that target a creature. You know what I'm talking about. Mortify. Yeah. Mortify, you don't get the full discount because, it takes it from 3 down to 2. But it does take terror from 2 to 1, so that's pretty neat. Now, Dark Banishing, of course, does not see a whole lot of play, but here it's 1 mana, so that's really good. Assassinate is 1 mana. That's good enough to play with, It does have the restriction of the creature being tapped, but it's now 1 mana. Divine Verdict is 2. Befoul becomes 2. That's really nice. Baleful Mastery. Yeah, it doesn't even matter here because it becomes 2. You could have it become 1, but meh. Bring to Trial becomes 1 mana. That's not bad at all. Expunge, and there we can cycle it away if we don't want it. Crib Swap. There again, murder doesn't give you the full value, but Silver Quill Command can. Okay, there's one mode here that targets a creature. Obviously, if we want to choose that part as well, because +3/+3 and flying until end of turn, and one other ability for 2 mana is really good. Eerie Interlude. This is beautiful because it targets creatures and it's going to save them all. It's going to save your creatures from that board wipe. Yair. Yair is amazing for 1 mana. Exhilarating Elocution is pretty good for 2. But now the number one card that you're wanting to see in here, and I did actually have it thanks to a donation from a patron, it's Hatred. Hatred at 3 mana is pretty insane. Now, let's go through my mind track here as I built the deck. I knew Hatred was going to be in here, which led me to I need to be gaining some life, right? So, because ideally, you don't have to Hatred for all the marbles, you just have to Hatred for on your commander, right? Enough to die through commander damage. So I knew I was going to need some life, like Soul Warden, Soul's Attendant, stuff like that. I kind of went to Vampire Nighthawk because it's just a really great card. It's got lifelink, and it helped out during where my mind went next. You know what else targets creatures? Auras, when you cast them. So, yeah. So that's why I thought, ooh, Auras. But then, of course, that led me down the Enchantress route. Mesa Enchantress, Starfield Mystic, because we're going to need creatures to enchant. Already have our commander, and we've got, a few creatures to enchant. Dalthy Horror seems really good because Shadow. And Blessed Spirits, it flies and it's going to get bigger. But then we have removal enchantments, Faith's Fetters, Darksteel Mutation, Vow of Malice, Vow of Torment, Vow of Duty, Recumbent Bliss. I love Cage of Hands because if you've got the mana and the time, you can bounce it. Now, I like Unholy Indenture. because you play it on somebody else's creature, and when it dies, you get it back, bigger, badder, all that stuff. But to pump our own, ethereal armor, Edge of the Venenity. Now, granted, we don't get any discount, but those are already awesome 1 mana enchantments. Spirit Mantle, that's going to get in there. Pro creatures. Don't laugh. Feast of the Unicorn. When's another chance we're going to have to play this card? But for 2 mana, that's not bad. Just like 2 mana Divine Transformation is not bad. 2 mana Sarah's Embrace. Flying Vigilance +2. But my absolute favorite is Endless Scream. Now, I'll admit, when Tempest came out and I read this card, I was like, it's Howl from Beyond. Psst. No, it is not. This is permanent. This is an enchantment. Yeah, that's really... So, the enchantment route, of course, led me down the road. Celestial Ancient, Ghostly Prison, Dictative Heliod, and Sphere of Safety to try to, not die. So let's look at... we just kind of went for theme straight first, didn't we? Well, that's going to hurt the watch time. So, we'll do our mana ramp, the Charcoal Diamond, Marble Diamond, Orzhov Signet, Locket, Cluestone, and the Pristine Talisman to kind of help out with that life gain deal. Card draw. SRAM, that's kind of the best card draw there is, right? I mean, yeah, we don't have a whole lot of aura spells, even fewer equipments and vehicles, but still, I felt it fit. Then we got a little bit of card draw and Read the Bones. I'm sorry, Sign and Blood, Read the Bones, Ancient Craving. Now, these next two, Diabolic Tutor is not, it's just going to go get us whatever we need at the time. It's not really a combo-tastic deck, but now, Debtor's Nail, because a lot of our deck is dedicated to killing creatures. So, this is just going to get us a creature every turn. So, yeah. So, let's look at our removal. Now, some of these could target a creature, like Oblation. Target non-land permanent. It could be a creature. It might. Yeah. And, if it is, of course, costs the 1. Utter End might be a creature. Fracture. I mean, I guess there's a chance here it could be an artifact creature, an enchantment creature. Probably not, though. Vanishing Verse. There again, could be. But then, stuff like Disenchant, Return to Dust, and then Winds of Wrath. So, then we have our non-basic lands. Got actually quite a few of them. Rogue's Passage, Command Tower, Polluted Mire, Drifting Meadow, Evolving Wilds, Secluded Steppe, Silver Quill Campus. Now, this is the first time I think I've used these particular duels. Hadn't had a chance to play it yet. I don't know. What do y'all think? I think it's a little better than some of the other tapped common duels that we get. The ability to scry one late game. Yeah. Scoured Barrens, Tainted Field, Bright Climb Pathway, Forsaken Sanctuary, Snowfield Sinkhole, Orzhov Basilica, Orzhov Guildgate, Forge of Heroes. Like Forge of Heroes because, as I said, there's a possibility here of a commander win. So, with commander damage and, and that is why. But that is number 680. I actually look forward to playing this one. Had not had a chance. Using the art card for the back of the actual commander there. Gives a little more pop when you put it down. Have a tendency to pop when I put it down. I don't know. I'll make it thicker so it doesn't damage the card. But that is number 680. We're finishing out another row today, aren't we? So, Killian's on the wall. Yeah. So, I do appreciate y'all watching, and y'all let me know what you think. But right now, I think we're going to shuffle and cut.